Would you love to sell your stuff for exactly the right price and a high price? That is what I'm going to be talking about today. How do you know how to price what you have? Your service, your package, your program, what is the right price to enter into the market at? And what is the right price to attract the right clients? You probably have a sense that if you charge too small an amount, that the wrong people are going to be attracted to what you have. Think about it. If you're charging too low an amount, people will perhaps buy it, but they're not going to be that engaged with what you have to offer. So what I see works over and over again is that the right price to charge for your service, your package, your program, your offering, your expertise is a high ticket price. What is high ticket price? Now, it depends on what industry you're in, but if you're a coach or a consultant or a healer or an expert that is selling something to an individual, and that person is going to pull out a credit card and pay you for it, high ticket pricing starts at $2,000 and goes higher. Think about it this way. There's two ways that people buy things currently in this world. One is they either click a buy button on a web page or they hand someone a credit card. And what I've noticed again and again is for personal services or personal purchases, or even selling into a business where an individual is going to pay you with a credit card, high ticket starts at $2,000 because, let's face it, you can sell something for up to about $2,000 online through a buy button, and then after that, people want to talk to another human being. Now let's talk about why you would want to sell your services for a high ticket pricing. Well, the first answer is obvious. More money, right? Of course. And what I've noticed is that people who invest at a higher level, at a higher price point, tend to be more committed. And because they are more committed, they tend to take more action. Because they take more action, they get better results. Because they get better results, they're happier, they send their friends, you get more referrals, and it creates an upward spiral of success in your business. So that is why I recommend that you start with high ticket pricing. The other reason is think about how much quicker you can get to a $10,000 month or $1 million year if you have a high ticket offer in your business. At this point, you might be thinking, sounds great, Jennifer, but I don't know if my stuff is really worth that. Or I'm not sure I'm going to be able to find people who are going to pay me that much. If you would love to get to that high ticket price, or perhaps you're already at that high ticket price and you want to double your fees or raise your fees, then I want you to listen carefully to this. Your ability to see the value and communicate the value of what you have is related to your quantum benefits. Remember in the first video when I was talking about the pile of toys and it went from a $200 pile of toys to a $1,000 pile of toys, and we didn't add anything, we didn't build anything, we didn't change anything. We simply saw the benefits really in full color. We saw all 4 or 5 of your quantum benefits. That's what you need to connect with. The idea is that a quantum benefit will, if somebody just got that one quantum benefit, it would be worth the entire price of your program on its own. So you need to do the work to see what your quantum benefits are. And that way, when you go to raise your fee, you're connected. You're actually aligned with that higher price point. And you can say that high ticket price with a straight face and people will pay you. Let's use the example of Kristen, the fitness trainer. Kristen was doing a $119 monthly boot camp and wanted to sell her services for $7,000. Now, when Kristen saw her quantum benefit that she could test a specific exercise on your body so that she could tell whether or not it was going to make you stronger and fitter or weaker and tireder, that was a huge opening for her. That was one of Kristen's quantum benefits. Now let's look at her quantum benefit from the client perspective. There was a woman in her class. Imagine this woman. She's about 40 years old and she wasn't particularly overweight or particularly out of shape. So what most marketers would say is that she isn't a good candidate for a $7,000 class or $7,000 course, right? However, when Kristen asked this woman in her boot camp, hey, how are things going with your training here? And the woman said, I like what I'm doing, but I don't understand why. I'm coming just like everyone else is. I'm doing the same exercises. They all seem to be getting stronger and fitter, and I don't seem to be keeping up with them. I think I'm actually getting more fatigued and weaker. What's going on? And when Kristen said, hey, you know that there's actually a way that I can test whether a certain exercise is good for you or bad for you, what do you think that woman said? She was thrilled. She was amazed. She had no idea that was even possible. Can you see how someone who was dedicated to working out like that, who'd been coming to fitness boot camp for 2 years, who was so committed to her own health and paying that $119 a month, would be open to the idea that she could take her fitness to the next level if she had the exact right exercises for her? Well, that's exactly what happened. And remember, that is just one of Kristen's tools, one of her quantum benefits. And if you think about it, how much this woman, her client, had invested in time and energy and commitment to get fit, it was absolutely worth every penny of $7,000 for her to work with Kristen and learn all the exercises which were the right ones for her body. Can you see that, how much value that would have for someone in that position? It's probably worth more than $7,000. That's what Kristen charged at the time for this particular client. And that's what you have. When you connect with your quantum benefits and the very specific need that your client has, then suddenly what you have to offer in a lot of ways becomes worth much more than you're charging. Some people would even say priceless. So let's bring this back to the idea of the sweet spot, that perfect offer, which is a combination of what you have, what the market wants, and the right pricing. In the first video, we talked about what it is that you have, what makes you unique, and how to communicate why you are so special and worth paying for your services. In the second video, we talked about the market, what the market wants, and how to figure out what it is that is the right offer for the market, and how to make an offer that people will actually buy. And now we're talking about pricing. The right price is a high ticket price. There's a particular alignment that you'll have when you know that you're on the right price for your offer, because it will feel good to you. It will inspire commitment and confidence and inspiration with your client. And when you get the three of those together, in the center of that intersection of those three things is your sweet spot. That is the offer that will take your business through the roof. And that is the sweet spot. That is how I run my business. It is how my clients have grown their businesses so quickly. And it really, really works. So look for your sweet spot. Now, what comes after that, right? I'm sure you're asking, what do I do now that I have my sweet spot? Well, if everything goes perfectly, you can make lots and lots of high ticket offers to the right people and your business will explode. And there's the real world. Business is not always a straight line. There is complexity to this. Sometimes you'll make your offer and the other person won't say yes. They'll say, that sounds good. Let me think about it. And then what do? So that's why I've created an additional training for you. It's called the $1 Million Sales Breakthrough. How to avoid the 3 mistakes that entrepreneurs make that repel their clients and sabotage their sales. In that advanced training, I'm going to go into the nuances and the complexity of the offer, of how to not talk too much, how to say the right things, and how you can take what you've learned on these 3 videos and take it to the next level. So I will see you there on the webinar. Jennifer Diepstraten signing out. Bye for now.